Battle of Chaos is the next core set to come out in the OCG this year in around mid-October. So we're not going to see these cards in the TCG until around early 2022. So it's still a bit of ways. However, I thought it would be fun if, just based on the set's name, I could speculate and theorize which character, which era, and which monster would get the cover for this pack. So for people who don't know, ever since Rise of the Duelist, all the way to Burst of Destiny, one character from each different series has gotten a cover monster. So in Rise of the Duelist, we got dual monsters. In Phantom Rage was the Arc 5, Blazing Vortex was GX, Zexal was Lightning Overdrive, 5Ds was Dawn of Majesty, and in Burst of Destiny was Reigns. So now they've done one each. I think they're going to repeat the cycle, and I think this one probably will be dual monsters, but there's a small chance it could be Zexal. Now, why do I think it could be Zexal? Chaos was really heavy in the original series. You could just see tons of Chaos monsters, and Invasion of Chaos, which was like famous for having a Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning, Chaos Sorcerer, and a Chaos Emperor Dragon, which were the original Chaos monsters. Just knowing that, I think the set most likely will be around one of those. However, it's also because Chaos was really heavy in the number monsters. There were tons of Chaos monsters in Zexal, so there's a small chance it could be Zexal, but I think most likely it will be a dual monsters character, which is what I'm theorizing off. So what I originally thought would happen, this one, because Yugi got the first dual monsters pack, I think if they do a second one, they'd probably give it to Kaiba and they'd give his Chaos Emperor Dragon, Battle of Chaos, Chaos Emperor. Chaos Emperor Dragon, ever since Errata, has just been a horrible, horrible card. It's absolutely so useless nowadays. Like, it makes sense because, the whole point of Errata is to weaken a card to bring it back into competitive play, and the original Chaos Emperor Dragon was completely broken and its original form has no chance to come back to the TCG. Things that attack the hand are just far too strong. However, the way they errated it, it made it complete garbage because, you can't use it the turn you activate any other effect, which makes it pointless. What I would really like if there's like a card that would make, if you control Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy in the end specifically, you just banish it and it gives it like this brand new effect. Obviously, I think I speak for everyone when I say I don't want more hand ripping effects. I think hand ripping is like, I think everyone agrees that's like one of the worst things in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just having cards that like take cards away from your opponent before they even get to play the game. Just starting the game with like less than 5 cards. Like when Gumler is legal, starting the game with like 2 cards, and even if you had like an Omega, you could make them start with 1 card. Like, I think that's really lame, and I really hope they stray away from that. But I think a Chaos Emperor Dragon archetype would be really, really cool. BLS has one. How come he can't have one? However, another thing that I thought of is they can still go with dual monsters, but what if instead of Chaos Emperor they chose BLS? Because for people who don't know, OTS Pack 17 just got announced, and one of the ultimate rares is the Blackluster Soldier Link monster, and that was like something really surprising because, like, honestly, no one even uses that card. It's really expensive and it's like hard to get, but like no one even uses it because it's like not really that great right now. So, but it made me wonder, does this Link monster have a Ghost Star, or why is it getting Ultimate Rare? What if the cover monster of Battle of Chaos, they completely screw over Kaiba and just say Yugi gets it again, and they make a archetype focused more support for his Blackluster Soldier archetype? Like, that could be something that happens, because right now, currently, the archetype only focuses around the Ritual monster. What happened if the Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the beginning got his own archetype? So, you have an Envoy, Blackluster Soldier retrained, and, all this other stuff. They just keep adding support for the Envoy instead of the Ritual archetype for Blackluster Soldier. I think that's something that could work. The next one is now it could also, there's a small chance it's going to be around Zexal. The reason why I say it could be around Zexal is because Zexal was really, really heavily focused on Chaos numbers. It's really strange because, like, they're just Chaos by name. They're not, like, actually Chaos monsters. Like, C32 is Chaos number 32, Shark Drake Vice. He's not, like, even a Chaos monster. He's just, he's not Chaos by, like, his effect or attribute or anything. Like, he's a water monster. He's just Chaos because he has Chaos on the name. So who knows, maybe they could make new Chaos monsters. Maybe they make C62 Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Like, maybe Kite gets the pack cover and gets the new Galaxy Eyes, because I don't think it'd be really weird if Yuma got it again, but like, they really love Utopia, so like, who knows, maybe they just give Yuma everything. Yuma's gotten so much Utopia support lately, it wouldn't surprise me if he got more. Overall, which one do I think it will actually be? Will it be a Chaos monster for Zexal? Will it be the dual monster? And who will it be, Kaiba or Yugi? I think they'll probably go with Kaiba. The reason why I think they'd probably give it to Chaos Emperor Dragon, I just think it would be way better if Kaiba and Yugi both got one pack instead of Yugi getting both. And I also think it will be Kaiba's Chaos Emperor Dragon because all the packs except for the one of them, which was the Zexal set, all of them had dragons on them. That's something I noticed. They really were heavily focusing on the dragon aspects of the character who they chose to give legacy support for. Like instead of Chaz's VW, instead they gave it to the armed dragons, which I think needed them more than the VWs anyway. But that's the reason I think it most likely will be Kaiba. Because unlike the only one that wasn't a dragon was the Dragonic Utopia Ray, but even then it's Dragonic, so they kind of tried to make it a dragon even though he's a warrior. This is the reason why I think it's Kaiba. I think if it's dual monsters, it has a very high chance of being a dual monster set, and if it is, I think they'll give it to Kaiba just because I think it'd be better instead of just like giving both to Yugi. And Chaos Emperor Dragon finally gets his own archetype. Also, I guess another like potential possibility that may have a chance of happening, that if they just fuse them together and like there's a new chaos monster that's like a combination of Chaos Emperor Dragon and the BLS Envoy. Like I think that'd be really cool because there was a card called Chaos End Ruler in Zexal that never got revealed. So who knows, maybe they could make something like that, but like in the actual card game. But there's also a very small chance it could be Zexal related and Chaos numbers. I personally think it would be Kaiba and the Chaos Emperor Dragons, but like this is just speculation. None of this is like proven fact. This is just me theorizing what could potentially happen.